Rule yesterday, which it says protects streams and wetlands critical to public health, the communities, and the economy. After releasing a proposal last year, EPA had a backlash from agribusinesses and farmer groups who questioned the clarity of the rules and saw it as government overreach. With the release of the final rule, EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy pointed out traditional agriculture water exemptions and exclusions won't change. American Farm Bureau President Bob Stallman says they will conduct a thorough analysis of the finalized rule. National Farmers Union President Roger Johnson says the rule is not perfect, but it is an improvement from the proposal. He says EPA did well reaching out to agriculture stakeholders. Iowa Secretary of Agriculture Bill Northey says the final rule has nearly 300 pages, will take time to review. He adds the entire rulemaking process has created unnecessary challenges. Late last week, Walmart, along with subsidiary Sam's Club, updated its position on animal welfare and the use of antibiotics in its supply chain. Walmart is asking suppliers to publicly report their corporate animal welfare positions and antibiotic management on an annual basis. It also acknowledged support for the 5 freedoms of animal welfare, a list of animal rights recognized by the United Nations, which removes gestation crates. On Friday, the National Pork Producers Council voiced support for Walmart's new positions, but says antibiotics are already being used responsibly. The statement from MPPC President Ron Prestige does not directly address Walmart's position on gestation crates, but Josh Balk with the Humane Society of the United States says Walmart was clear in asking its suppliers to go the whole hog.
I think it's wonderful that National Pork Producers Council applauded a decision by a major retailer in it talking about the need to move away from gestation crates. I believe that might be the first time MPPC has ever done it. And Walmart is clear on the type of housing it wants for its animals. And it expresses the need for animals to be able to engage in natural behaviors. And those particular practices it specifically calls out include badger cages, gestation crates, and veal crates.
Rapid planting progress and friendly weather forecasts are pressuring commodities again. Analyst Dan Huber with the Huber Report in Sycamore, Illinois has more.
Boy, for the speculative side, there are all the reason in the world to be short. Planting progress ahead of normal. Crop conditions, for the first reading yesterday started off great. Just nothing threatening in the weather forecast as a whole. So it's just the path of least resistance here is to the downside at this point. The beans, yes, they did move into new lows here recently, but also, just no story for the bull to hang on to. The crop's off to a good start, and of course, immediately you associate that with big yields. You can back that up historically, because we can find out years where we get a great start, still have a bad crop, but nonetheless, like I say, it just does not give the buyer anything to hang on to at this point. The cattle, interestingly enough, it's we're not going anywhere. I mean, we're not really rallying, we're not breaking, which is unusual to see this long of a period. I mean, not a typical pattern in the cattle market. So, right now, hard to cast out which way could move. The hogs bottomed back in March. Here again, I mean, just like cattle, we've kind of gone into a sideways pattern. We're not really breaking to any extent, but we're not really extending any higher. So, like I say, I think right now everybody's just trying to sort out exactly where that demand's going to be here for the summer months.
We put stories up every day. Check out WHOTV.com. Click News, then Agribusiness.